So, Bob, what would you say in terms of our listener right now? If we were to follow some kind of a step, we said, okay, I understand the law of thinking now. Okay, I agree with this, that there is a law of thinking and that nature can only grow what's planted in it. My life is the outcome of what I've planted with my thoughts. I do want to shift my thinking to a higher order. I do want to practice not just busyness in the mind, but authentic thinking. What would you say that person then would take this lesson and what would they do in their life?
They have to understand they have to bring order to their mind. So they have to have direction. And then they have to think thoughts that are moving in that direction. Most people do just whatever comes along, and that isn't going to work. You have to plan your day. That's something definite will be accomplished towards your aim, towards your ambition. If we have any problems, it is because we are not controlling our ideas. Nature has no problems because she is orderly and disciplined. All the way through Raymond Hollywell's work, he's suggesting we follow nature's methods. He said self-control consists of an organized thought direction. That is, we start out with a well-defined aim or objective, and we think toward it continuously. Not just for 30 minutes, plan our time and our work so that we are working steadily toward the goal. We fill our day so full of constructive duties that there's no room for idle chatter or waste of any kind to enter it.
One of the things that has helped me a lot in exactly that practice, I don't start my day after I do my open thinking and my what I call prayer meditation, but then I list my to-bes before I list my to-dos. So I list what I want to be that day. I want to be orderly in my thinking. I want to be focused in my direction. I want to be kind, considerate, all the many things that are the frequency of being that I want to generate and live from, that I know are in harmony with the result I want to bring. And behind that, I list my to-dos. It's been very empowering.
I have quoted Earl Nightingale probably every time I speak anywhere. And I was always so impressed with what Earl Nightingale accomplished. He was a man of accomplishment. I mean, he really made things happen. And I remember the first time I walked into his office, I saw on the credenza beside his desk a picture of he and his wife being introduced to Queen Elizabeth. And the proverb flashed on my mind, "Seest thou a man diligent in his business, and he'll stand before kings." I thought, that's literally accurate right up till today. Well, I was having breakfast with him one morning, and whenever I was with him alone, I always had questions in my pocket ready to ask him. And I asked him, "How did you ever learn how to master time management?" And he looked at me and he sort of smiled and he said, "I didn't master time management." He said, "Nobody masters time management. Time can't be managed." He said, "I merely manage activities." And then he said, "I do essentially what you just said. I make a list of things at night that I'm going to do tomorrow, and then I do them." See, he's got his constructive ideas outlined on paper, and then his thinking is directed toward those directions that he's given to himself. Now, that's a simple rule that'll give you extraordinary success.
So I would just say that understanding the law of thinking is a very powerful step, but the employment of the law of thinking is where the change happens.
Why don't we bring this session in for a landing, Mary, with the words of Henry Van Dyke, "In thoughts are things." He said, "I hold it true that thoughts are things. They're endowed with body and breath and wings, and that we send them forth to fill the world with good results or ill. That which we call our secret thought speeds forth to earth's remotest spot, leaving its blessings or its woes like tracks behind it as it goes."
And he goes on, "We build our future thought by thought, for good or ill, we know it not, yet so the universe was wrought. Thought is another name for fate. Choose then thy destiny and wait, for love brings love and hate brings hate."
Those are truly beautiful words, Mary. This is Bob Proctor.
And Mary Morrissey. Thank you.